What is going on, guys? My name is Crimson CBAD, and we are here with another ORAS Wi-Fi battle. Today I am battling one of my longest supporters. His name is, well, he goes by a man of many names. He's Onyx in-game. I know him as Occupine. I know him as Hydrogen Pulse. I know him as a bunch of different things across all the social media. But I'm just going to call him by what I know him as. I know him as Occupine. Today we are battling my friend Occupine. We are in the, we have a UU battle. I am bringing a completely new team. You may have seen something like this team if you watch my battle against X-Ray Salvation. I am bringing the Registeel, I am bringing the Bear Tick, I am bringing the Contrary Superior, I am bringing the Choice Banded Arcanine, hashtag mascot love, I am bringing the Toxicroak, I am bringing the Ursaring. Occupine is bringing the Triagonal, he is bringing the Chestnut, he is bringing his quote-unquote MVP is the Krookodile. He's very proud of that. Ask him about it. He'll tell you all about it. He's bringing the Krookodile. He's also bringing the Trevenant, the Noivern, and the Milotic. So, if you haven't yet, click that like button down below. Give it a good poke for me. I'm shooting for 10 likes in all my ORAS Wi-Fi battles. So we are going to hop right into this battle here. If you want a chance to battle me, make sure you follow me on Twitter. My link will be in the description below, as well as Occupine's. He does have a YouTube channel. He's starting to become more active. He just went through he just moved with his family, so all his stuff's boxed up, but as soon as he gets back at it, he's going to be back at it producing content. So he opens up with the Milotic, goes for a Scald. Scald's not going to do too much to me, but he is going to get the first turn burn. That son of a bitch. I can't believe him. Anyways, he gets first turn burn, I get Rocks up. Yeah, it's the only reason I bring Registeel around. It's so bulky. There's not much anybody wants to do to it first turn, unless you're aware of what Registeel runs. Then they just do it. So Occupine's going to withdraw his Milotic. I did get the Rocks up. That's all it needs to go in for. So pretty much I'm just going to try and I'm just going to keep hammering at him with this Registeel over and over again. I'm going to get the T-Wave off on his Trevenant. And here we see he is not running the Lumberry Trevenant, which is good for me, bad for him, in my opinion. Because he could have been Resslum, he could have been Resto Chesto, but he is not running Lum. Burn damage goes off on the Registeel, and like I said, since there's nothing I want to do, I'm just going to go for Shadow Claws. That is super effective. It's not going to do as much because I am burned. We do get the Paralyzed Hex on the Trevenant, so he's not going to be able to set up a sub, he's not going to be able to set up Leech Seeds. Lefty's Recovery on the Registeel. Unfortunately, we do get that burn damage following right thereafter. So, Registeel's just going to keep putting in the finest. He's going to keep going down until there's nothing left of him. Goes for another Shadow Claw. We get the Parahex again, and at this point, Occupine's blowing up my Skype call like, God damn it, how are you getting all these Paralyzed Hacks? And I just say, hey, it's the name of the game. So, Lefty's Recovery, burn damage. It is what it is. Again, still going for the Shadow Claws. You could probably check your phone at this point because I can tell you what's going to happen the next couple turns. It's going to be a lot of Shadow Claw. We do see he pumps the Citrus here, which is unfortunate because now that puts my whole plan of constantly getting damage off on this thing to rest, because if he is a Harvest set, he is going to keep getting that Citrus Berry bag. We left his Recovery and the burn damage right there at the end of my turn. We do see the Harvest kick in, so he is going to come back into that. I say, you know what, enough Star Wars. Registeel, you come on back. You put in the finest. Arcanine's time to come through. Arcanine's time to shine right here. Shiny Arcanine hits the field. Hashtag mascot love. We get the Intimidate drop on him, so in case he wants to Horn Leech me, in case he wants to Phantom Force me, he does put in a sub. And he does pop the Citrus. This is a really, really good set in my opinion. Sub Citrus Harvest, that thing's just going to try and stall me out the best he can. I'm going to go for a Flare Blitz to break the sub. Flare Blitz to break the sub. There we go. Sub's going to break, obviously. I am going to take recoil damage from my Flare Blitz. There we see that. And now he's going to go for a Leech Seed. He does get the Leech Seed off, unfortunately. However, Trevenant's not going to be around too much longer. Not too worried about it. There we see the Leech Seed. Recovery onto the Trevenant. And he harvests again. He is very lucky with these harvests. And he is going to withdraw his Trevenant. And he is going to go out into the Milotic. Knowing that, though, I'm still going to go for a Flare Blitz. It was going to be, I am going to hard switch out next turn, but nothing wants to. A Choice Banded Flare Blitz from an Arcanine? Come on. It is a crit. We do get the burn. Hacks aplenty in this game. There we see the recoil damage on the Arcanine. There we see the Lefty's Recovery on the Milotic. And now that it is burned, however, I believe, what is it? Marvel Scale. Marvel Scale. Damn it, I hate Marvel Scale. There we see Leech Seed Recovery as well. There we see the burn damage. Just, Anyways, Arcanine's coming out. Arcanine put in the finest to work. So I am going to go straight out into my Toxicroak. Toxicroak does have that water resistance in the dry skin. However, he's just going to go straight for the recovery. Now that he sees I switched into the Toxicroak, he's probably assuming I've got the dry skin ability. So there we see the Lefty's recovery on the Milotic. There we see the burn damage on it as well. And now this turn with my Toxicroak's a really interesting set. Oh, not this turn. I'm getting ahead of myself. Power Up Punch, get me a +1 right here. He's going to go for the Ice Beam. He knows I'm dry skin. Why would I switch into a Toxicroak on a Milotic? You know, what's a Toxicroak to a Milotic? He gets the freeze. Oh, that made me so mad. But there we see Black Sludge recovery. He can't go for a Scald because he's going to thaw me out. So he is just going to keep going straight up for Ice Beams all day long. We do see lefties. We do see burn damage. Burn damage is whittling away bit by bit. I am frozen solid, unfortunately. But that burn damage is going to be crucial constantly. Unfortunately for me, it does activate Marvel Scale. But we do see Black Sludge recovery on my Toxicroak. We do see the lefties recovery on his Milotic, and we are going to see the burn damage afterwards. I am going to thaw out second turn. I'm going to go for a Drain Punch, kind of get some of that health back. It's a stab, it's +1 Drain Punch. It's a crit. We are going to get a fair amount of our HP back. He is going to go for an Ice Beam. He knows he can't go for a Scald. If he goes for a Scald, that's just going to boost my health up. And Black Sludge recovery. What I love about this set is before I just got into competitive battles, I think I watched a Shady Penguin video where he used Toxicroak, and I was like, I want to use Toxicroak, that looks cool. So I made this set in Pokemon X and Y. It runs Poison Jab, Power Up Punch, Drain Punch, and Rain Dance. It holds the Black Sludge, and it has the Dry Skin ability. And we see right there, that Poison Jab almost took it out, but it goes for the recover. Damn it. Black Sludge is going to bring us up to a little under half. Lefties is going to take care of him, bring him up to about a third. Burn's going to bring us down probably right around half. Right about half, yeah. So at this point, I'm going to set up the Rain Dance. If we're going to Stall War, I'm going to teach him how to do a Stall War. There we see the rain come up, and now he's blowing up my Skype call again, like, why'd you set up the rain? You're going to find out in the game later that there are two reasons I set up that rain. One of them is to have pretty much a constantly full health Toxicroak. Toxicroak with the Dry Skin, Toxicroak with the Black Sludge, that brings us back a lot. He's going to get his lefties recovery, bringing him back up to about full again, and then we see the burn damage. So now I'm going to go for a Power Punch, bringing it up to +2. At this point, we're just kind of messing around with each other. We're trying to see who can set up on who better. He's still just going to go for Ice Beams and recovers. He's going to try and stall me out. He's going to try and predict a switch into the Arcanine probably, but Dry Skin and Black Sludge is going to keep me around way longer than I should. So that's what I love about this set. It's constant recovery for this Toxicroak. And if I ever get down uncomfortably after I set up on a few Power Up Punches, I get a Drain Punch off. Drain Punch, Black Sludge, Rain Dance recovery is just so crucial for keeping this thing alive. Like I said, here's that Drain Punch recovery right here. It's +2, bringing it down to a little under half. That Marvel Scale is still working against us. Goes for the Ice Beam again. Fortunately for him, he does not get a freeze. He got a first turn freeze. He does get a crit though, but we see the Dry Skin recovery again. We're going to see Black Sludge recovery. We're going to see lefties recovery. We're going to see burn damage. And that's the name of the game for a minute until we knock out this Milotic, because this thing is an absolute tank. It is just destructive. So now I'm just going to go straight up into the Power Up Punch again, hopefully setting up so the next turn I can KO this thing. So now I'm at +3. A +3 Toxicroak on the field right now. If this were an FFA, I would be public enemy #1, but it's not an FFA, so fortunately not. I'd love to do an FFA though. If anybody ever wants to do an FFA, get at me. Hit me up on Twitter. I'm always down for producing new content. Got an LP in the works, got maybe a co-op or two in the works. So there we see lefties, there we see burn damage off on the Milotic, all my recovery kicks in. He's at 75% health right now. I'm going to go for a stab Poison Jab, stab +3 Poison Jab right there. It's going to bring him down to 25%. He goes for the recover again. Damn it. This thing is just so bulky. And it's like the king of Stall Wars. The rain stops, so there goes a lot of my recovery with that Black Sludge, unfortunately. There we see the lefties recovery, we see burn damage. I'm going to start using a Milotic. I need a Milotic. So at this point, I'm like, Stall Wars are done. Toxic Crow, go on ahead and get out of here. Now that I'm out of the rain, I am going to go into the Arcanine. I should be able to live an Ice Beam. I'm going to get the attack drop on him. Because at this point, I know I can take an Ice Beam, and now that I'm out of the rain, I am just going to go straight up for a... so all my setups were in vain. Sorry for thinking there was going to be some crazy setup monster Toxic Croak on the field, but there is not. I am just going to go straight up for a Choice Banded Wild Charge. I don't want this thing on the field anymore. I'm done playing games, even if I lose my Arcanine in the process. You know, there we see the burn damage, or the recoil damage. He goes for the Toxic. I don't know why he went for the Toxic, why he wouldn't go for the Scald. But, he got the Toxic off of my Arcanine. This is a physical Arcanine, so Toxic's not going to do much to me. We do see the Lefty's recovery. We are going to see the Toxic damage on myself, and then we are going to see the burn damage on his Milotic. Just Choice Banded Wild Charge. I'm just going to go for it again. I need to get this thing off the field. I can't afford this thing to keep tanking around. So down goes the Milotic, thankfully. Toxic, we see the recoil. Toxic is going to do some damage to me this turn. It's going to leave me at 1. It's going to leave me at 1. He goes out into Lion Vastia. Or Vastia, I don't know if that's a reference to something or whatnot. But he does outspeed me. He goes for the hidden power. Cryogonal is fast. I've seen him use this thing twice now, and I thought, me and the other battler, we both thought it was choice, but it's just a monster. So I'm going to go out into Ursaring here, and I love this Ursaring because I'm just going to get the Protect off. People are like, why are you protecting first turn? You're going to see the Toxic Orb go off, and then he's going to go for the recover, get that Stealth Rock damage recovery back. My Milotic was in so long, everybody probably forgot there were rocks on the field, but we see the poison go off. Ursaring does carry Quick Feet, so it is going to outspeed this thing. I'm going to go for a close combat. It's going to bring it down to the Sash. I hate Focus Sash. I love it on my team, I hate it on the other team. So we see the D in the special D drop. He goes for a Freeze Dry straight up. Freeze Dry is going to do a fair amount. It's going to bring me down to about a third. Toxic damage is going to solidify that, bring me down to about 30% of my health. I am going to go for a Facade here. There's no sense going for a close combat, dropping my... I got a crit on 1 HP, so that's good. But there's no sense going for another special defense drop. Ursaring is going to hang around with 33 HP after the Toxic damage. He's going to go back out into the Trevenant. Good thing on this Ursaring, I carry the Crunch. Crunch is for these Ghost-type Pokemon in UU. If you're ever up against Chandelure, if you're ever up against Trevenant, I do carry the Crunch just for that reason. In case they try and think, oh, well, the Fighting Normal type can't get set up on me. That is what Ursaring sticks around for. So we are going to live on 3. We're getting really good at living on these poison moves. He outgoes the Chestnut, and Chestnut's signature move, in my opinion, is the Spiky Shield. So either way, I'm dying to Toxic damage or Spiky Shield. There's nothing I can do. I'm just going to go down, get a Facade. Spiky Shield will kill me. I'd rather go down to the Spiky Shield than go down to my own Toxic, so... Down goes the Ursaring to the Spiky Shield. Gonna go back out into my Toxic Croak right here. Poison against Grass. We're gonna see what goes on. I am going to set up... No, I'm not going to set up yet, pardon me. I'm gonna go for the Poison Jab just to see what I can do to this thing. Bring it down to about a third of its health. I do get the Poison off on it, though. That is so key. Get that Poison damage. He goes for the Wood Hammer. Boom, there it is. Now, in order... He thinks I'm gonna go for another Poison Jab again. There we see the Wood Hammer recoil. There we see the Lefty's recovery on the Chestnut as well. Or Shellbell recovery, excuse me. Excuse me. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Shellbell recovery. We see the Black Sludge recovery. There we see the Toxic damage on the Chestnut as well. Bringing it down. Now, he knows I want to take it out, so he's going to go for a Spiky Shield. And I think to myself, sorry, buddy. I'm going to outthink you just a tad. I'm going to set up a Rain Dance so your Spiky Shield doesn't work on me. Here's where this Rain Dance comes in handy. Rain Dance right here is going to give me my Dry Skin recovery. It's going to give me my Black Sludge recovery as well. There we see the Toxic damage on him. Now with that much HP left, he is going to go down to a Power-Up Punch. But double Spiky Shield doesn't work. There's a 50% chance. I'm going to go for a Power-Up Punch. No sense in going for a Drain or a Poison Jab. I am just going to get the +1 off on this thing so I can start setting up on whatever's coming in next. We see the Dry Skin recovery. We see the Black Sludge recovery. I love this set. It's constantly just recovering itself. It's so bulky and it just keeps getting its HP back. So he goes out into the Noivern. There's not much. We do see the Stealth Rock damage on the Noivern. He's going to go for a Boom Burst, and that's going to hurt. that hurts way too much for me to live. So as much as setting up goes, I am going to go out to my Beartic. Beartic is such a powerful Pokemon. Look at that thing. The damn Coca-Cola bear. Look at it. He goes for a Boom Burst. I am going to live it. I'm going to go for an Ice Punch. And now here's where my opponent started blowing up my Skype call. Here's where Occupine was blowing me up. Like I told you guys, he's so proud of that Krookodile, and I respect the hell out of that Krookodile. He's done a lot of work on that thing against several YouTubers, but he's so proud of it. And we see the Stealth Rocks off. Unfortunately, I outspeed it. And he, like I said, he's blowing up my Skype call, you know, how did that Beartic outspeed? You know, my Krookodile's fully invested in speed. How did you outdo it? I set up the rain for two reasons, ladies and gentlemen. I set up the rain for my Dry Skin Toxicroak, and I set up the rain for my Swift Swim Beartic. Nobody runs that. Everybody runs Snow Cloak. There's a Swift Swim Beartic. So if you're still sticking around 16 minutes later, make sure you poke that like button if you enjoyed this. If you like random sets like mine, where the Swift Swim Beartic, the Rain Dance Toxicroak, if you like stuff like that, poke that like button. I'm trying to meet my goal of 10 likes on all these ORAS Wi-Fi battles. So thank you guys for stopping by. Make sure you sub to the channel, and I will talk to you guys soon. Later.